time for a messy bun card pull. How's that? Okay, first of all, I want to show you. This is the card that came out when I was shuffling. And if you're a subscriber, the cards will be posted in the Patreon, or not Patreon. I should get Patreon, huh? Oh my God. See, that's my spirit saying, get Patreon, for crying out loud. In my Discord for my subscribers here on TikTok. And if this is being viewed on YouTube, I don't have 10,000 followers yet, so I can't do that one. Why am I spilling all my beans right now? I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's just get back to this. This card came out when I was shuffling, and it is Retreat, and it's perfect for today, so I'm going to read that in just a second. The other one that I got out was from my new deck, the Shadow Oracle cards, and this is perfect because of my last video where I talked about Hold the Light and what that means. It's an energetic thing. It's inside of us. This card that came up is Inner Cosmos. To embrace the light, first acknowledge the dark. Okay, so to embrace the light, you first need to acknowledge, you don't need to embrace the dark. You need to acknowledge the dark. Trauma, seeing, and going deeper. And that's what shadow work is all about. I mean, it's not like shadow work is only talking about the light. That's toxic positivity. That doesn't help anybody. Shadow work is going into those deeper areas that we're not conscious of. And most times, sometimes we kind of see the patterns of what needs to be worked on, but we don't actually see what's in the shadows unless we do the shadow work. So yeah, so to embrace the light, first acknowledge the dark. So yeah, I'm not saying, when I say hold the light, I mean, you're acknowledging that there's darkness, you're acknowledging that there's chaos, you're acknowledging all that. You're not in denial of that, but you're choosing to hold the light. You're choosing to hold the light. Hold the light. Hold the light. Okay, made that point. So let's go back to this card with Retreat. This is in my Shamanic Healing deck, and this deck is really much like cave drawings. It's a neat deck. So and then the card when I shuffled it came out is Grounding. Okay, and it seems like there's kind of like there's a big blue feather that comes across and even goes into that other square here. There's a tree with leaves. There's the sun. And this looks like roots. And in the middle are a couple acorns. So I'm going to read this from the book along with the other one really fast. And also just remember, some seeds, they don't germinate, especially the sequoia tree, which is like the largest, I think it's the largest thing on earth, but maybe the largest tree. The sequoia seeds need to actually be at a certain temperature to crack open. And I talk about that in another video, which I'll share to my stories right after I share this one so that you can watch that as well. But yeah, this is what's happening right now. Okay, so let's go into Retreat since today is a holiday weekend. This is important for some people. So this is a good time to retreat into your safe space, a quiet time to gather your resources for what's to come. Work on making your mind, body, and soul as strong and unencumbered as possible. This is a card that urges you to get your ducks in a row for the changes that lay ahead. Changes sometimes come fast and furious. Even when they are longed for, it can take us unprepared. By drawing this card, you are advised to prepare for some changes coming your way soon. Alternatively, take this time to process the changes that you have recently gone through. So if you're consuming a lot of news and social media and things like that, first of all, I'm on this whole thing where I can't even watch the news. It's like opposite of reality and truth, and as far as I'm concerned. And if it weren't for some of the great creators here on YouTube and TikTok, I don't know where I would be. But so for this, I would say just make sure you're taking time to meditate and you're really checking in with your own beliefs and your own thoughts about what's going on. Because that's what I always talk about in my lives, is that everybody has the direct connection to their spirituality, to their wisdom, to their higher self, to God. Like, it's nice to go through card readers and astrologers or psychics for help, but ultimately we all have our own direct connect. So maybe this is time for you to like step back a little bit and check in with yourself. Okay, the second card I got was Grounding, with all the interesting squares of images, and similar to the first one actually, of Retreat. Okay, as humans, our bodies are of the earth. It is a natural inclination when we experience uncomfortable emotions or energy to ground it out, much in the way a ground wire works with electrical current. However, with so much in our modern lives that causes us to be disconnected from Creator, we tend to gravitate towards false grounding. Overeating, smoking, drinking, and recreational drugs, that's for TikTok, are common ways some try to ground. I just want to say YT is not as strict with what you say, but TT is. Okay, great, thanks, bye. That's why people on YouTube always say, why are you speaking like that? And I'm like, because these videos live in both places. So those who know. Okay, these are, so in terms of that other stuff, these are items of the earth, but they are not the earth. This is not true grounding, and as such, it cannot sustain. It doesn't last. What ends up happening is that, as with most experiences that are false, we need more and more to achieve the same result. To truly ground and connect to both earth and Creator, practice consciously connecting your energy to the earth. You should not be getting your energy outside of yourself, but directly from the divine. This is achieved through meditation, energy work, and mindfulness. Find a way that works for you and practice it. By drawing this card, you are being asked to look at areas in your life where you may be employing false grounding as coping mechanism. So in this time of incredible stress, incredible transformation, incredible time of needing to have a lot of trust, we need to take time out. We need to ground ourselves. And we need to hold the light, but embrace the dark as we do it. Okay? All right. And if you need a little bit extra help visualizing a positive world, a positive future, I always say in my live too, everything's like, I always say in my live. I should say that in a t-shirt. I always say in my live, ... But it's true, because when you realize, you repeat yourself and you're like, I say that all the time, is there's never any futuristic movies that are positive. I mean, other than like Star Trek and stuff like that. But you know what I mean? Like, we don't have any images of the future that look really positive and exciting. It's always like this dreary, futuristic, apocalyptic. And so that's what we are all like kind of going, well, I hope it's not that. Well, let's start picturing what it could be in the most positive sense. And if you know of any movies or TV shows or anything like that that do show a positive future, will you put it in the comments so that other people can check that out? But if you would like to take part in my 30-day visualization journal prompts, they begin on December 1st. I have either the link in the description or the link in my bio, and you can just sign up. I'm not using your email for anything else. It's just for this journal prompts. And you don't have to write. You could just visualize. You could just listen to or read what I write and email to you every day for 30 days, beginning on Sunday, which is the new moon in Sagittarius, December 1st, and get us through this whole chaotic time until after Christmas and on New Year's Eve. We'll maybe do a bonus one on the 31st. But every day I'm going to send you something to think about, to visualize. And if you're a writer or you like to journal, you can journal. If you don't really want to write and you just want to think about it and lay on the bed or whatever, that's fine too. But I'm going to give people things to think about. And I've asked my guides, I've asked God to give me prompts that actually help the collective, help us co-create the beautiful future that we want. And some of them are going to be world issues, some of them are going to be United States issues, and some issues are going to be personal with just us and things that we want to improve for ourselves. So if you're interested, sign up, and I look forward to talking to you in the next video. Bye.